Hi. Hello. This is episode 3 of my 9-part series of healing, even if you don't have a therapist. And in this one, what I'm going to be teaching about is reprogramming your nervous system. Always like catch a breath, Anna, especially when I'm talking about reprogramming the nervous system. Have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered why you might feel panicky or unsafe if you're just lying down? Like, why do you feel like you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger? It's because sometimes that used to be me. I'm telling you that when I was like still handling my panic, nothing was going on, but boy, did my system not understand that. It's because healing doesn't start in the mind. That's why it doesn't matter how many books you read. That's why it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have or if you know exactly what your trauma is about. But your body is still stuck there. It's because it begins in your nervous system. Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome back to my healing series. If you've been trying to think your way out of your trauma and you want to break through inside of that and you want to actually feel more peaceful, this episode might just change things for you. Because the truth is, healing isn't just cognitive, it's not thinking, it's your body, it's biological, and it's absolutely our nervous system. It's the command center of everything. It's where all of our trauma gets stored, replayed, and eventually, released, hopefully released for you and for everybody else. So, our nervous system, yours, mine, everybody, is constantly scanning our environment for safety, for danger. It's constantly trying to have us feel safe and survive. And this process called neuroception happens way below the level of our conscious awareness. It's the system that governs our fight, I kill you, flight, I'm out of here, or freeze, you can't even think, or fawn. I see my dog do this all the time. My dog literally, when there's a dog that scares him, he goes up and he licks their face. That's a fawn response. Once your nervous system has been dysregulated by trauma, once that's stuck inside of that particular pattern, it becomes hyper alert for danger, even when you're technically safe because your body just flat out will not believe it. This is why you might find yourself flinching at things like kindness, or creating drama when things are really peaceful or good, or staying hyper productive so you don't have to feel anything. If calm feels unfamiliar, your nervous system may interpret it as a threat. It certainly did for me. I had to learn how to have good in my life because my system was just on hyper alert. Think of it like this. Your nervous system learned to associate chaos with normal. So calm feels deeply threatening. Peace may feel really boring to you, or rest feels like you're being lazy, and joy feels super suspicious. If that feels familiar or like something you know what I'm talking about, stay here. Certainly all of those things felt totally resonant with me for a long time. So here's an example. If you were raised in a home where yelling and criticism were constant, and as an adult, you may feel uncomfortable in quiet, calm relationships. Or you might unconsciously provoke conflict because conflict feels more familiar. You can handle conflict. Your nervous system feels like, oh, this is familiar to me. But calm might be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do here. Or maybe you're someone who can't relax on vacation. You're constantly scanning for something to do or someone to please or a problem to solve. You're constantly like, what can I do? And that's your nervous system. Literally just doesn't recognize rest as safe. So it's constantly trying to do something. But here's the thing is that you can't affirm your way. You can't positive affirm your way out of this. You can't journal your way out of this. You can't read books out of this. You can't work like overwork yourself out of this. In fact, that makes it worse. You actually have to retrain your body. You have to retrain your nervous system. So here are some practical tools, real practical tools that you don't need a therapist for. In fact, even if you had a therapist, you would still need to do this. I still do these things. These are tools to reprogram your nervous system. Breath work. I really suggest that you do this every morning and every night for like several minutes before you get up in bed and before you go to sleep. So breath work, the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7. And then exhale for 8. This literally slows your heart rate and sends a signal to your brain that you are safe. When your breathing is longer on the exhale, your brain starts to register that you're safe. So doing that in the morning and at night will really start to retrain your body. The physiological sigh breath. This is an inhale deeply, then an exhale longer. It's like you do. Physiological sigh, if you notice after you've been crying for a long time or when a baby's been crying for a long time, they do that. And it literally sort of signals to your parasympathetic nervous system that it's okay to start to relax. So it's the physiological sigh. Number 3 is a grounding technique. Walking barefoot on grass is really helpful. Holding a cold object, such as an ice cube. This is an ice cube, but an ice cube on your, I don't know what bone this is. I forget what it is, right here or on the back. That's helpful. Placing your hand on your heart and breathing slowly and deeply. Cold plunges, I do them. I'm a Florida girl and I've learned to love them. I literally put cold water, especially during the winter months here in the Midwest. It's like you put cold water in your bathtub and then you submerge yourself in it. You stay there for several minutes if you can. I had to work myself up to that. But that really helps. There's something about your body like having to work really hard to bring your temperature down to normal that actually has really long-term effects on when you're out in the world and your nervous system revs high, it starts to rev it lower in a way that really helps. So cold plunges, they help orient your body to the present moment, all of these things. And then the last one is shaking. Animals literally naturally shake off trauma after a perceived threat. So I know that might look crazy, but we do too. We can too. So you stand and you gently shake your arms and legs and torso, like shaking yourself and really letting your body release all that held tension without judgment. Just like put on a timer for 3 or 4 minutes and just like, I know I look crazy, but it's like, oh, incoherent language and just like, and just let yourself move and shake for 3 minutes is super helpful. These tools speak to your body in a language it understands, in rhythm, in touch, in breath and movement. It bypasses your brain and it goes right to the heart of where it is that you live and breathe, and it helps to unwind you. So pick any of these things, but do them consistently. So these are some reflection questions. I always ask these and then we go into homework. So when was the last time your body felt truly relaxed? I know that it's hard, especially nowadays, but when was the last time? And if you say never or I can't remember when, you know the kind of work, that's the gap that you have for you. And I would highly suggest that you start doing things that will help your nervous system start to relax. Here's another question. What sensations or environments make you feel safe? If you have one, double down and create more of that. If you don't have one, there's homework for you. Find a spot that feels safe. Last question for this before we go into the homework is what happens in your body when you try to rest or when someone is kind to you? Just notice. Don't judge it. Don't make yourself wrong. Just notice. Okay, homework. Daily sigh breath. 3 times a day. Pause and take 3 like physiological sigh breaths. That your shoulders drop, let your body soften. Just take 3 of those breaths daily, 3 times a day. Cold plunge or cold object, reset. Keep a cold object in your fridge, whether that's like an ice pack or something like that, or a metal spoon or a gel pack or something. When you feel anxious, hold it to your face, hold it to your neck, hold it to your back over here, and just breathe. Notice how it actually brings you present and helps you reset your nervous system. And the third one is a journal. At the end of the day, write down one moment when you felt tension in your body and one where you felt safety. And begin to track your own cues and patterns. I want you to become an expert in yourself. What makes you feel relaxed and what doesn't make you feel relaxed? And then start leaning towards the places that have you feel relaxed so that you're not just powerless against it. You're actually starting to take full ownership of your own nervous system. Your nervous system is not your enemy. I know it feels like it, but it's literally just your protector. It's trying to keep you safe. It has been working overtime forever to keep you safe. And now you get to teach it that safety doesn't have to mean vigilance. Safety can look like breathing, like slowness, like learning how to connect, like learning how to be calm. It's just like, let's say, stretching. For a long time, you have to figure out how to stretch so that you could touch your toes. That's what it is, to train your nervous system. So if you are ready to feel safe in your body again, not just in your mind, keep watching this series. You don't have to keep bracing for impact. Let's rewire for peace together. I'll see you in the next lesson.